Welcome to Screw Attack!
No.
BioWare's Star Wars The Old Republic MMO is getting its third expansion in Shadow of Revan. The titular Darth Revan will return to the galaxy backed by an extremist army bent on destroying the Republic and Empire. Players can expect an increased level cap, new worlds and missions, and a playable J.J. Abrams.
Though not confirmed by Microsoft, Xbox One is rumored to have sold more than 100,000 units during its first week in China. This would appear to be in direct conflict with Operation Green Fence, a 2013 Chinese law banning the illegal dumping of foreign waste.
There was a big hubbub about Assassin's Creed being locked at 900p and 30 frames per second on both Xbox One and PS4, but really the concern should be that the series has been locked in 2007.
Minecraft player Trislux has recreated Silent Hill's PT demo in the Boxy World Builder. It should be noted that Boxy World Builder was my nickname in college. They also called me Silent Hills.
Why don't you cry about it, saddlebags? Bungie community manager David Dogu says that although Destiny was developed with friend-based fire teams in mind, they're not ruling out the possibility of matchmaking. In Dogu's opinion, it's hard to tell if a team of strangers might contain weak links. That's a good sentiment. I guess it's really true what they say. A stranger is just trash you haven't met yet. So Elise, you were on Twitter whenever, and you noticed that Xbox was doing up to something.
Yeah, they have this thing that they're doing, hashtag why I game, where they're asking fans to tell them why they game. I thought it was kind of interesting. So I thought that
God knows why.
Yeah, we decided that we would ask the rest of the GameTrailers office why they game, and pretty interesting findings.
Let's go to the tapes.
Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor debuted last week to astoundingly positive reviews. However, it wasn't able to push FIFA 14 off the top chart spot in the UK. This is the second week in a row that giant FIFA dominated sales, which in Britain isn't entirely unexpected. FIFA's almost as big a game as Straight Teeth Simulator.
Ooh! Ooh!
Well, here's the thing. I was just
probably too far.
It's a joke. I was just in England, and those people are all better looking than I could ever hope to be.
Beg your pardon?
Great teeth. Great teeth.
In an advanced experiment conducted by top scientific minds, iOS fashion simulator Kim Kardashian Hollywood is now available to play on Facebook. The game has already surpassed $200 million in sales. Time for mimosas!
Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry, famous for their pairing in A Bit of Fry and Laurie, will appear in Little Big Planet 3 together. Laurie will play the vile counterpart to Fry's good-hearted narrator. Also joining is Nolan I Work Alone North.
Tell me about it. What an asshole. I'm just kidding. I love Hugh Laurie. Codemasters has revealed that Grid Autosport will be getting experimental Oculus Rift VR support. Uh-oh. I'm just noticing this. VR should only be enabled when going into a race itself, since the menus were never designed with it in mind.
Huber!
I took a wrong turn at the inverted y-axis option.
Huber!
A user on NeoGAF claiming to be an inside source says that CD Projekt Red has been selling a false impression of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Wrote the gaffer, "The bullshitting with The Witcher 3 started from day one. PR is creating an overblown vision of a game that doesn't exist, while the team is in crazy crunch time for over a year now." A communication exec for CD said that they don't generally like to engage this kind of behavior, But if you have any doubts, take a look at the 35-minute gameplay video and check out our gamers' reactions and see for yourself. All right, let's see here. There's a lot of nudity in this.
New workplace diversity statistics from Microsoft reveal that the Xbox manufacturer is comprised approximately of 70% male and 60% white employees. Well, that explains why every decision they make is absolutely stupid.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was being developed using the Luminous engine, but a switch has been made to Epic's Unreal Engine 4. When they first got a look at the new engine, the programmers were like, "Whoa, this engine is totally pretty good!"
Open-world racing game The Crew, which I thought came out like 3 months ago, has been delayed until December 2nd. Originally set to release mid-November, Ubisoft will take advantage of the extra time to hold a second closed beta. So look forward to hearing Daniel Bloodworth talk about The Crew 7 more times before it's out, despite clearly not being that impressed with it.
4 individuals have been indicted as part of a hacker ring that in August 2012 breached Microsoft's employee network and tapped into then unannounced materials pertaining to the Xbox One. The 4 could have gotten themselves into some serious trouble, but when they hacked in and saw pictures of the Xbox, they assumed it was just some old drawings of some kind of stereo or something from 1986, so they moved on. The only thing they really got their hands on were some plans for an upcoming Zune.
Halo, the Master Chief Collection, will adopt the medal system that has been used in the most recent Halo games and apply it to Halo Collector's Edition and Halo 2 campaign and multiplayer. Medals will include Shot Caller, which is for getting headshots, Archivist, which is for completing the story, and You'll Never Get It Back, College is Over, and You're Never Going to Have Friends Like That Again, but thanks for buying Halo Master Chief Collection, keep on trucking, we're pulling for you, which is just for starting Halo 1 at all.
Telltale released a teaser for its upcoming Game of Thrones episodic game. It shows the silhouette of a tree with a sword against it and includes a quote, "Don't fuck your sister."
Super Smash Bros. Wii U has an official release date set for November 21st in North America, December 5th in Europe, and December 6th in Australia and Japan. It's been 1,263 days since the game was announced, on June 7th, 2011, making it the largest wait in Nintendo history. But how do you really measure that long of a wait? In daylights? In sunsets? In midnights and cups of coffee? In inches and miles and laughter and strife? 1,800,700 minutes. How do you measure 3.46 years in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measure in love.
In our weekly writer's room, there's one individual known for his offbeat brand of joke writing, editor and cam-op Don Casanova. Not only are his jokes funny, but his delivery's pretty great too. Here to read his jokes this week, please give it up for...
Jokes on the Go with Don Casanova!
All right, got some jokes in my phone here. Let me pull them up. Intrepid Destiny player NoWise10 has managed to finagle his way to the location of Terminus, part of a DLC that's not set to release until 2015. When asked for info on what he found in the DLC, he said, "It was really weird. I found a group of people being held prisoner in a train car by angry metrosexuals. It seemed unfinished." After you finish watching this week's episode of Mandatory Update today, Saturday, October 11th, you can head to the Xbox Twitch channel and watch the first hour of Sunset Overdrive. This is all part of a live event being held at a Best Buy in Torrance, California. And if you're in close proximity to Torrance, come around to the back of Best Buy, just past the Donut King, to a parked car between the trash bins. That's where Ian and I go post-show to down brewskis and just mellow out. Got another one here. The UK's official Nintendo magazine is ending its run this month. Nintendo has decided to transition the content normally found with the magazine to other communication channels, including a mobilized network of town criers traveling in hot air balloons.
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Didn't like that one. I got another one here. eBay user real.big.fish is selling his massive video game collection for 164 Gs. The collection includes more than 5,700 games and 50 consoles. You know, I can't believe this. When I saw this story, I knew I had to say something. Real.big.fish, I'm appealing directly to you now. Think about what you're doing. 50 consoles. Ask yourself, is she really worth it? Thanks, Huber. Wrap things up. As a guest on the podcast, The Inner Circle, Phil Spencer discussed the potential for Xbox One backwards compatibility. Said Phil, I get the question. I totally respect the question. There's nothing I can say about it right now, but I'll just say I hear you. In fact, it's hard not to hear you. Put yourself in my shoes. It's like you're on the most picturesque veranda overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. Stacks upon stacks of $100 bills flutter about, collecting at your feet, yet you keep losing count because of the omnipresent drone, like an occupying army of cicadas. Begging for backwards compatibility. Again, I hear you, but it turns my stomach, truthfully.
Great job, Don Casanova. Thanks, Don. Free-to-play game World of Tanks is getting new content based on vehicles, weaponry, and characters from the upcoming Brad Pitt war movie, Fury. Smart play by Columbia Pictures raising brand awareness in the stay-at-home dad market.
China is getting some World of Warcraft-themed McDonald's restaurants in Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. A number of restaurants are getting WoW art and ads, fantasy-themed decor, and even the employees are wearing special WoW-branded uniforms. Coincidentally, Arby's has just announced that each of its locations in Thailand will be decorated to resemble the world of RuneScape.
The Mysteries of Laura, the new NBC police procedural dramedy starring Deborah Messing, had an episode this week where a detective had to track down a real-life killer inside of an MMO. Oh. Laura really has her work cut out for her. Finding a psychopath in an MMO, that's like finding a needle in a little dumpster full of needles. And by the way, she has to raise 2 kids. So this detective stuff is on top of that.
The next big Evolve alpha is slated to run from October 30th through November 2nd. Xbox One users get access on the 30th, followed by PS4 and PC on the 31st. Well, looks like I won't be taking my kids trick-or-treating this year.
Are you gonna play the alpha?
No, they got taken away from me. I haven't seen them in 6 years. I guess maybe I should try to evolve as a person.
It's too late for you. Stop trying.
Yeah.
Samus Aran's Varia suit and Zero suits will be available costumes in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. When asked what they wanted to achieve with this version of the iconic bounty hunter, Capcom said, definitely breastier and assier. That's the show for this week.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks for watching Mandatory Update. Good night.
Good game. This would appear in direct conflict with Operation.
Let me tell you when you do a
The
bad
classic
job.
childhood game, Operation.
Operation. Don't
No,
touch the swords.
Watch out for his heart.
Get that furnace burn.
Pull back his arms. The only thing they really got their hands on were some plans for an upcoming Zune.
Boom, nailed it. Nice.
Fuck you, Zune.
Oh.
I took a wrong turn at the one inverted.
No, it's just boring.
It's really boring.
It takes a lot of teamwork.
It's like eating soup with a bunch of crackers crumbled in it.
That's the only way to eat soup!
I took a wrong turn at the inverted axis.
Great teeth.
Great teeth, wonderful hearts, very forgiving. They're very forgiving people.
Crooked legs, though.
Very forgiving,
Weird
and really
legs.
good at taking a joke.
Yeah, probably really good at taking a joke from someone from the colonies.
Well, I am. I'm from Canada.
The way I see it, we kicked their ass in that war, so we can say whatever
Well,
we
and
want.
we helped them out in that war, so
What?
I'm from Canada. Telltale released a teaser for its upcoming tit game, Game of Thrones episodic tit game. It shows the tit silhouette of a tit with a tit against it, and includes the quote, "Don't tit your tit."
You all right? You got something on your mind?
I just want to do the breast show that we can.
I get it.
I took a wrong turn at the inverted y-axis option.
Huber!